Yeah, all right, so man, so first off, we're gonna introduce yourself to my man. I know you, but introduce yourself to the people.
For sure. Go by the name of Sully B, real name Marcel. Me and Joel go back what 30 years at least, 30.
At least,
Um,
man.
yeah, we was hooping in '99, so at least 20,
Yeah,
25
yeah,
years. You know what I
for
mean?
sure, for
But
sure.
just basically a good guy, man. Reached out to him like, yo, I'm trying to be on your podcast, man. What's up? Let's set a date. He set a date, and here we are. And we got a lot to talk about. So
And I
tune in
appreciate
with
that,
us, man.
man. And
Absolutely.
I appreciate that a lot, man. You the perfect person to talk to, man. I haven't chopped up with you in a while. Seeing you doing your little jet skiing and stuff, man, out there, doing your thing.
It's
If
been a minute.
you ain't in the air on some kind of run, if you ain't on a runway, you in the water. So I ain't mad at
It's so funny, but so true. Absolutely.
you. Yeah, man.
Appreciate it,
So
man.
I'm gonna start with you, man. You a father of a
Hmm.
16-year-old beautiful little girl.
Hmm.
You 40 plus, and you out here in these streets like me, man. Single man dating. Tell me what you go through. Tell me how you maneuvering in these streets. How it goes.
Ah, man, that's a good question. Maneuverability is what it is because times has changed. The women that we thought we wanted when we was younger nowadays is completely different. The pool has changed drastically, and I see it all. From 30 to 50 because I'm 43 right now. I ain't ashamed of my age being
Right.
43. I can go down. I can go down to 30. I can go up to 55 and be comfortable with it. But it's definitely slim pickings for us now because I look at it like this: most of the good women are already taken.
I don't
As
want to
far
interrupt you, man. You
as
got a little volume issue, a little cutting in and out. So just kind of see if you can fix that.
okay, can you hear me better now? A little bit.
Yeah, you pretty good now. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
I was saying most of the good women are already taken. So at our age, 30,
It's
35, 40, people are already married with kids. So we
right,
left.
right. I,
We left to the scraps.
it's with me. It seems that way, man. It's like I'll say with me for the most part, man. You meet people, and it's like I think a lot of times when you meet someone, there's these expectations, and some of them are not realistic. Some of them
Hmm.
are realistic. But I think it
Hmm.
is. I used to be the person, that they'll be like most of the time females be like, oh, they're not healed from the last situation, yada yada yada. I thought that was just whatever. Just move on to the next person. But sometimes, man, it's hard. It's hard because I've noticed, like, with the online dating for that. So I've done that before, and I've met
Hmm.
someone before a little while ago, and you're talking to them, and it, I was explaining to how it's been. Oh, do you been on many dates or whatever? Like, no, not really. Just just kind of like picking and choosing, doing the right thing, the right timing or whatever. I want this time to be the right time or whatever. And then the next thing she was like, "Oh, I see you real picky." I'm like, "I gotta be
Mm.
picky." I said, "I hope you picky." I'm like, "You
Hmm.
picky, aren't you?" And then she was like,
Hmm.
you probably got a girl every day of the week or whatever. I'm like, hold on now, you projecting stuff on me that it's not even true. I said
See, let me let me
I'm
let me
trying
stop you
trying
for a
to
minute.
get to know people.
It's funny because women
Oh,
already got this perceived notion that we ain't no good and we got other stuff going on. When in actuality, most of us are not the same at all. They think we all in the same exact category. When in actuality, that's not true. So you got a girl. If you ain't got a girl, you dealing with somebody. If you ain't dealing with somebody, you got X, Y, and Z. Why I gotta be all that? Why can't I be this exactly who I told you I
right,
was and who I'm showing you that I am? I don't know. It's
right,
hard, bro. I,
right,
I
right.
get it.
Yeah, and it's like for me, they'll be like, or you'll see all the time, like, don't be all up in my DM, dudes all in my like. If you got to promote that dudes are in your DM, then they're not really in there. Or if they're in there, it's the dudes you don't want in there. Because I guarantee you, if the dude you want to be in your DM, you ain't
Is
complaining
in
about
there.
him. You responding to him. You ain't leaving.
If
You
he
ain't
in
leaving
there
him on
right now,
red.
you talking
You
to him.
responding to him. Thank you.
100%.
Thank you.
100%. Today,
It's
if she
just
ain't
these.
waiting
It's
3
just
weeks
these
to respond to
dudes.
him, she
Exactly.
not waiting.
Exactly.
She not waiting.
Just because these old dudes who they could be your uncle, your daddy, be your inbox or whatever. Of course they're gonna shoot their shot. That's what they
Hmm.
do. They figure, hey, if she responds like I like, great. If she don't, great. I don't care. I'm shooting the shot, and if it go in, it go in, and that's
What's
how they
that
see it.
saying? You
So
miss
that's
100%
nothing to
of the
brag
shots you don't
about.
take.
Exactly. Exactly. Shoot or shoot, baby.
Hey,
Yeah.
for
So
sure, and keep shooting.
it's you know exactly. So
I'm
with you
I'm gonna stop you for a second. I'm
dating
glad
for
you brought
you.
up the topic.
Uh,
I'm gonna go back to what you were saying real quick. The topic about people being in your inbox and in your DMs. A lot of women want
uh,
that. They may say they don't, but women indirectly brag about who in their inbox and who trying to get at them. Like I ain't gonna say I hate it because hate
right.
is a strong word. I dislike it. If you ain't feeling the guy and you ain't about that, why you promoting that it's happening? Get rid of it. Shut it down. You ain't
Thank
got to
you.
tell me that. If
Thank you.
that's what you really
Thank you.
don't like,
Thank you.
don't tell me that. You know what I mean? It's like, to me, it's almost like you want me to know
Right.
you got 100 men in your inbox. You telling me about my competition already. That's what you doing to me. You promoting competition like, he in my inbox
Right.
already trying to do X, Y, and Z. If you talking to me on an individual level right now, why we talking about somebody in your inbox?
Thank you. Or
That ain't
one of
over
my
me.
favorites is um right. One of my favorites is it's like, yeah, if these dudes don't want to act right, I got 100 dudes in my inbox right now. Well, why aren't you in there? Do you know why you're not in there? Because those are dudes you don't want. The dudes you're talking to, the dude you're talking to who's not acting right, that's the one you want. So you're not threatening me with John's uncle and his daddy and his little brother over there in your inbox saying how bad y'all. Ooh, you such a
Yeah.
baddie. Like that doesn't bother me. Because if I'm talking to you, of course you're a baddie. If I'm talking to you, of course dudes gonna want you because I want you. So that's not
Yeah.
that doesn't move me.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Not at all. And it's crazy because a lot of women are playing the field just like men. It's like at first it was like men would be the only ones that would do certain things, right? But now women are on the same page as we are,
yep.
and it's like they play just
And
as hard as we do.
and I ain't mad at it.
And I
Right. And
understand it.
I ain't mad at
I
it.
understand it.
That's what you do. That's what you do. Absolutely.
Yeah,
I
and
ain't mad. I ain't mad at what you do. That's what you do.
yeah, it's cool though. It's cool because I definitely understand it, and a lot of women nowadays just want to be heard and want that attention.
Right,
So
right,
it is
right.
what it
And
is,
and
man.
and and two, that's the thing. Like it's women out here that you know what they want. You see them if you social media friends with them. You know what they're about. And there's women out here that are genuine and want something real. And then those are women I talk to because if you after my pockets or whatever, any smart dude can tell that. If you after
Yeah,
somebody's pockets, either he's gonna see that and move on, or he's gonna see that and know he has no other game but his pocket. So he's gonna act like it don't matter. Sure, yeah, I buy this, I buy that, and then but on the other hand, you buying this, who getting the other benefit from it? I guarantee it ain't you, because I've been that guy before.
soon as you buy that wine, I just creep up from behind, asking what your interests are, who you be with. You know what I'm
Who you be with?
saying? That's
Hey,
funny. It's
I ain't
funny,
gonna,
but
I ain't
it's
gonna,
true.
I ain't gonna go too far into that, but that's true. You know.
Yeah, for
Yeah, go
sure.
go, go
And
ahead,
it's
dog.
funny.
Wine and dine. Go ahead, buy all this stuff.
I've learned over time, and I'm gonna give you a perfect example right now. I done seen women finesse at the bar. Finesse at the bar. No pocketbook, no money, no nothing. And I'm not mad at him because if it's working for you, it's working for you. Go to the bar, stand behind somebody. He turn around, see her, ask her what she drinking. Immediately buy her a drink. Go back to the table where she was at, and there's a dude with her the whole time. And she just been drinking for free all night.
Whole time.
The whole time. I know women, they don't
Exactly.
take no money to the club. They don't purchase no ticket to get in. They don't buy no drinks. They don't buy no food, but they eat and they drink all night. That's weird to me, man.
Right.
But it's guys
And the
that
ones
cater
who
to it.
are the ones who are right, and the ones who are upfront about what their intentions are. Yeah, girl, I'm going to do something. I ain't mad at them because it's going. I'm telling you, for every dude, for every way you act, there's going to be a dude to react the way you want. That's how it goes. I'm not mad at those. I'm not mad at those type of women at all because if a beautiful woman can do something to a man, and when you're beautiful and you know it, you're a dangerous woman. And then when you're beautiful
100%.
and
I
you
would
know
not
it, and you
disagree with that.
use that, yeah, and you use that beauty and you use that what you have, and you know you can manipulate people. That's when it gets dangerous.
It
Like
does.
I feel I'm a decent looking guy. I don't,
Hmm.
I'm gonna go out and then if I'm with somebody, I'm gonna be genuine. I'm gonna want because when I go out, I want to have a good time. I ain't trying to get in your pockets. I ain't trying to do all this other stuff.
Hmm.
Just like when you go out your on your jet skis, you just want to have a good time, man. You ain't trying to do all this other stuff.
That's
Let's
it.
just have a good time,
That's it.
and
That's it.
go from there.
That's it.
Yeah,
I don't. You know what? I don't even want a lot of drama. I just want to be peaceful. And if I got somebody with me, I just want me and her to enjoy ourselves. I don't want a whole lot of extra drama. I want a whole bunch of extra attention. I don't now. You know what I mean? I'm gonna tell you one thing. I know I'm flipping a little
exactly, bro.
bit, but I'm gonna tell you something about women at the bar. I don't like this. All this right here,
Okay.
and girl, and this, that, and the
All right.
third. The woman I like is the one that's to herself quietly. There's a lot of women that's beautiful, but they do a lot of hand gestures and get up and swinging around and want to be seen. That ain't for me, bro. You for somebody else. You ain't for
Right,
me.
right, exactly.
Girl is that one that's in the back,
Th-
maybe equally as bad as you or better, but she don't want that attention. She kind of in the cut, sipping her little drink, minding her
Right.
own business. Nothing wrong with the chick at the bar. I ain't saying anything wrong with her. Just that type of attention ain't for me. Cause now I'm competing for
Exactly.
your time
Because even
with 1,000 other people.
exactly
I don't want that.
when I go when I go out, bro, and people can tell you without with all certainty, I'm almost always by myself. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
if I go to the bar to catch a game, I sit at the bar, get my wings. I'm by myself. Like I go
Mm-hmm.
on my little vacations. Like I just went to Memphis a little while ago. I go by
Mm-hmm.
myself because I'm a person where if I'm going somewhere, and I have to, you know, I have to be with a group of people, and then we all can't agree with something. That messes my trip up for me. So if I have I hang with like one, maybe two people on a regular when I do things like go away or like plan something serious because I know that they're gonna be there for me. They're gonna be there, and
Mm-hmm.
they're gonna be when we going again, or how much it costs again, or what time you leaving. Man, let's just
Mm-hmm.
go. Let's just go and have a good time. I ain't trying to
Mm-hmm.
be all, on the videos. Look at me, y'all. I'm drunk. I'm doing this. Nah, man. Let's just chill out with all that stuff. It's just not me
Mm-hmm.
personally. I'm a kind of to myself guy. That's why I started this podcast, man. I kind of wanted to share my thoughts, how I view them in my head. I can't always write them down, but I can verbalize them. So it's my outlet to do
Mm-hmm.
things. That's why I like have people like you that kind of like minded and may have different thoughts on certain things, but it's something that can can be expressed, and maybe some people can learn from it. That's my hope.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely. But you know that understanding is that's all about you and understanding you as a man first. Sometimes we don't need a lot to please
right,
ourselves, and we don't need a lot of outside influences to please ourselves. We just have to be in tune with ourselves, if that makes sense. And I think that comes with
absolutely.
maturity
That's I don't
and age and just growth. You know what I mean? I personally believe you
Right.
get so much more done by yourself. I know a lot of people, but
So
for the
much
most
more.
part, I'm always by myself. I do a lot of things by myself because
Hmm.
if I can't please me, who else can? And I'm not even talking about from a woman's perspective. I'm talking about from
Exactly.
a personal, genuine perspective for myself. I had to learn how to believe in me and make me happy. You know what I mean? So I definitely understand
Right.
it. I definitely get it, bro.
Yeah, and it's one of those things where, like, even when I've had breakups and I was back out there, looking, in the streets, looking, maybe not looking for someone, but being available for someone, you can't move on realistically if you're not happy yourself. You
Facts.
have to be happy within to give somebody else happiness and receive their happiness. Because you still got bitter, oh yeah, what she did, it ain't gonna last because you're gonna keep seeing it, and it's gonna be like you're gonna be just a bitter, bitter man, and that ain't cool. That ain't sexy
Gotcha.
or cool.
Oh man, that's wild. That you say that. I was asked recently why I've never been married. I've never been engaged before a day in my life. And somebody recently asked me, man, you 43, you pretty much got everything that you want in life. You in a decent position in life. And I'm like, I am. I'm doing okay. So why you ain't got a woman? Why you ain't married? I said, you know why I ain't married? Because I want a friend. I want to have somebody I can go to the
There
bar
you
with,
go.
watch the games with, go on the jet skis with, you know what I'm saying? Trip out with. I want a friend that happened to be my girl, that happened to be my wife. I don't want to have a wife that don't like the same things I like. Because there's a difference between
All right.
having a wife and having a friend. You know what I'm saying? It's a difference.
Mm-hmm.
So everybody
Yeah.
don't get that luxury of finding somebody that's their friend first. It's people I personally know right
Right.
now that's
Right.
been married
Exactly.
for years and they not friends with their spouse. They live together. Of course, they take care of stuff together, but they not friends. they
Mm-hmm.
trust me, they not friends.
Right.
So for me to want to
And
get
and
married, for me
and
to even want to get engaged, I want to be with my friend. She just happened to be my wife, but she's my friend first.
right. 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 See and with me, I went down that road, and even to this day, I have zero bad things to say about my ex-wife. She's a
Okay.
awesome person, and she will continue to be an awesome person. We just were not good together. So I don't allow people to say anything crazy about her. I'm not going to say anything crazy about her. And I know kind of she's kind of that way with me, but it's not the point that I'm still attached to her. It's just the point that I respect her enough because I picked her. So I can't. I'm not gonna go all crazy for something that I chose. I asked her, but at the end of the day, now that I'm divorced and all that good stuff, and I'm out here, I've had a girl tell me one time, she, oh you such and such age, you ain't got no kids, you single. Oh, you must be a hoe. I'm like, how does that equate to me being a hoe? That I because I'm single and actually doing decent for myself and trying to better myself. Now that turns into me being a hoe. How I don't know, but whatever. And that's what I'm
It's
dealing with
funny,
a lot
man.
of times.
It's funny because they expect us to be bad. they expect us to be POSs, bro. I'm telling you.
Hey
They
man,
expect us to be ran through, run down, don't have our stuff together. They expect us to be on the lowest part of the totem pole, bro. But we not. So to deal with a guy like that and to see it,
right.
he gotta have. I get it all the time. You have to have something, somewhere. You got somebody tucked away.
Mm-hmm.
Why can't I just be single? Why
They
can't I
got some
just not be
hoes in the
married?
closet. Yep.
Yeah, like they in the trunk. You know, it's like
Yeah.
I got them stashed away like my Jordans in the
It,
closet. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna just pick this one today. That's weird, bro.
right. But when I've noticed though, and I'll throw this at this topic at this is a very popular topic among single people trying to date or whatever is because you can take care of yourself very well, and
Hmm.
they see you doing things by yourself that with really kind of no hesitation, no really resistance. Now they think you can just take care of them. So when the 50-50 comes up, oh no, I don't do no 50-50,
What
yada
what
yada
50
yada
50?
yada. I'm like,
What 50 you talk about? It's 2080. It's 15. It's 1585.
bruh, look,
Ah man.
and when you focus on, that's my thing. When you focus on the little minute stuff like, oh, just 50-50, you pay for this. Instead of y'all going on vacation, y'all living together, if something need to be done, do it. Hey, that need to be paid. It ain't paid, let me pay it. Or that need to be taken care of, let me take care of it. That's teamwork. I hate the fact that you're looking at, I get looked at sometimes as okay, you take care of this. Now, of course, I'm going to do things that I'm going to do for is like that my father taught me. I'm going to, if there's housework, grass, trash, or whatever, I'm not having a woman pumping no gas. I'm not having a woman, like even when I was married or whatever, I'll go out sometimes and at the night fill the car up so she be good when she leave in the morning and for the week,
Mhm.
whatever. So there's certain things I'm not going to allow my woman to do as a man. But you have to
Got
realize
you.
with the cost, for instance, the cost of things nowadays have rose at a higher percentage than salaries have risen.
Yeah,
So, and
100%.
women are making more
100%.
nowadays than they were before. So it's not.
Yeah.
It's if you want things like your parents have. Well, my dad could thrive and raise a family of us, me and three girls with $40,000 a year, and my mom could be at home chilling. That can't happen today.
40,000. You struggling, bro.
Yeah,
You
forty
struggling.
thousand. You 40,000.
You
You
struggling,
being
bro.
called broke. You
Yeah,
being
you
called broke.
struggling. Yeah, you
Yeah,
struggling.
man.
I'm thinking about it now
Yeah.
as a dad of a one child. Man, my daughter wears size 10 in women. She been wearing Jordans since she was 2. I'm spending 250 a watt for the 11s for her. She wear the same size as men. So I could only imagine
Wow.
having 3 and 4 kids. I got one I got one, bro, and I'd be struggling.
Right.
Like trying to figure it out like
Right.
Naya, what didn't I just get you some shoes? She was like, yeah. So when she was coming up and growing up, her feet was growing so fast. I could only imagine having 3 more kids with the same rapid growth with their feet and clothes. 40,000 ain't cutting it nowadays, man. You
And
have
and
to,
and
and this is my personal
go ahead.
opinion. You gotta have 2 people nowadays, bro. I don't care how much money you make for a household, for a family. Let's take the basic family. A husband and a wife and 2 kids, a boy and a girl, just 4 people, basic,
Right.
right? To run that house
Uh huh.
efficiently and have cars outside and have food and have the basic necessities without wanting anything, it's gonna take 2 people, bro. Mortgage now gonna bust you in the
Yeah.
head. These
That's
these
what I
these
understand.
rates ain't no joke right now.
It's almost like okay, understand if I can take care of things, that's cool. I can take care of everything, but isn't it so much better with two?
Yeah,
If you could
100%.
bring in, yeah, if I can take in my 85 and you can bring in your 45, 55, that's $55,000 extra a year. We can actually have a
Yeah,
lot more fun instead of
yeah,
count stuff or and then with you with the girl, you have a different responsibility than a guy. So okay, say if your girl is into sports, you got those costs, you got those fees.
and she
Your
is,
girl's your
and she
girl's a
is.
girl, so you got
Yep.
you got makeup, you got dresses, you got probably man, you gotta probably load up on artillery because you got a beautiful girl, so you're gonna have trouble coming up. So so you gonna have more problems than you would have if you had a boy. It's just what it is.
So I'm glad you brought that up. So Father's Day was Sunday, right? So so of course I got
Uh-huh.
my daughter on Father's Day, like I always do.
Mhm.
We doing what she want to do. We ain't doing what I want to do.
Right,
We going where she want to go. She
right,
want to go to the outlets. She want to go. She want to go get some
right.
food. Like it's supposed to be my day, but she's so used to running
Where my gift
everything.
at?
Yeah,
Yeah, where
like
my gift at?
I'm with you. You've been fussing Cause I've been another thing too. I'm glad. Now listen, I be all over the place with this 16-year-old. She don't spend time with me, but she spend time with me. She don't talk to me, but she talk to me. It's always a catch when she won't to spend. Daddy, just checking on you.
Right.
Okay, bet. And 20 minutes later, can you send me X, Y, and Z? I know you ain't just called to check on me. It's always something to go with it. I love my daughter to death, man,
Yep.
and I'm
Exactly.
glad. And you've been knowing me for years. You know my track record with women. I haven't been the best when I was growing up. So when I knew I was gonna have a girl,
Right.
just
Yeah,
flat like that.
none of us has, dog. No, dog. None of us have been the best, but you learn,
Yeah,
and you came out with just one child. A lot of cats come out with multiple children and multiple baby mothers, and so,
hundred
but
percent.
yeah. So on the flip side of that, you may not have been the best dude. I may not have been the best dude, but the
Mhm.
women you meet and nowadays who are great women, they want the best women. So you have to meet
Yep.
somewhere in the middle. Like I'm not gonna put all someone's issues on me. I'm not gonna project all that on me. Yes, there's things that I have problems with. There's things that I'm not the most perfect guy, but it's the point where I
Mhm.
strive to be perfect. I strive to be as perfect as I possibly can because
Mhm.
every woman is not going to be the same. So, like the one way you may communicate with this one and she gets it, you communicate with this one, when you communicate the same way to another one, it's different. So I had to learn over the years different communication styles. Like, but I will tell you this, and I'll tell all the women who may be listening, who will listen to this, every man communicates.
Mhm.
Don't get it twisted. Oh, he doesn't know how to communicate. He communicates by him not saying anything or shutting down. He's communicating. You just have to
That
pick
is a
up on it. And if those
that is a form of
styles mesh,
communication.
if those styles, yeah, if those styles mesh or clash, then you have a problem. Then you talk about those communication styles. But every man communicates one way or the other. Just may not be verbally or how you like it, but we all communicate.
Yeah. And a lot of us don't open up the women off gate. So when we start talking, that means a lot. It speaks volumes. If we open up to
Right,
you, even if it's small, you getting somewhere. Because most of us don't say nothing. We just listen.
right, right.
We just
And,
listen.
and that's my
And
thing is I have I will open up, but my biggest fear of opening up, and I probably never shared this, but my biggest fear of opening up totally like I should, not like I they want, it's like I should, is I don't know how I can handle if I'm vulnerable, I tell them something about myself that's like, not the best, and it gets thrown back at me in an argument. I don't know how I respond. And I'm just being 100% honest.
I'm glad you said that, bro. One of the best things I could have done in life recently was go to counseling. I learned so much
Right,
about
right,
myself through therapy, bro. And
right. Yep.
believe it or not, women fight with words. We don't fight with words. We fight with our hands, right?
Hmm.
So women have become masters of fighting with their mouth.
Right.
And one thing we can't fight is women. It's just unethical for us to fight
Hmm.
our women, right?
Right.
But there's nothing to say our women can't fight us with their mouth. So in return, a lot of guys get ate up verbally,
Hmm.
not by all women, but by a lot of women, and they take what we tell them and spirit of the moment, pillow talk. Your day is
Hmm.
going great, and I feel like opening up to you. As soon as something happened, and you throw that back in my face. That's a stab. You stabbed me. You just shot me.
It's
You threw a grenade in the hallway and blew me up, man. It's hard
no
for
look
us to come back from that because I told you something so vulnerable and so personable that you would do me like that. But that's how they fight.
yeah, because they
If I'm
know
not mad,
that's how it's gonna cut you. They say, oh,
yeah,
this
let's
is
go.
gonna cut him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
bro,
Hmm.
it's that's dirty. That is
Oh yeah.
dirty. Because if you do me like that in the street as a man and another man, we fighting. Like we straight up,
Right.
we knuckling it up.
And
But
then
women know.
not to get biblical, but
Uh huh.
the Bible says it right. It is the power of life and death is in the tongue. You can do some
100%.
terrible stuff with your tongue, man, and I think I'm not going to even dumb it down or insult a woman's intelligence. Say they don't know what they're doing because they know what they're doing. They know what can cut you, how it can
100%,
cut
bro.
you, and when it can cut you. Yeah.
100%.
So
It's like playing spades. They keep that joke and that big joke in their back pocket. It's like playing spades. That
right,
big
right,
joker gonna trump everything, bro. Yeah. And I
right.
ain't gonna say,
But at the
and
end of
I
the
ain't
day,
gonna even
dog.
hold it against them. I'm not gonna hold it against them. And sometimes women lash out. Sometimes we lash out.
Right.
But it's a time and a place
Yep.
for it. Emotional intelligence is real. And if you don't have emotional intelligence, and what I mean by that, what's emotional intelligence? Emotional intelligence means I'm in my feelings, but I'm intelligent enough to handle my emotions, to not say or do the wrong things in these moments. You know
Right.
how much self-control
Absolutely.
you have to do that, to have these emotions go through
Yep.
your mind and to have intelligence enough to stop yourself from lashing out. My mom used to tell me, whatever
Right.
comes through the lungs has to pass the heart first. Whatever you say out your
Hey,
mouth got to come through your
that's
lungs, and
true.
the lungs got to pass the heart. When I was a kid, I never really
Absolutely.
understood it. I heard it, but now that I'm older, it makes so much sense. And I'm gonna tell you another thing too.
Absolutely.
Once you realize your brain is faster than your mouth, you can control things. Sometimes people's
Yeah.
mouths are faster than their brain. You speaking before you thinking. You can't take it back. If I go on a tangent and I start disrespecting people, whether I mean it or not, I can't change it. I can
Can't take it
apologize,
back.
but I can't take it back. But if I sit there in that moment and I think about it before I respond, I can walk away and just hold those feelings to myself.
Hmm.
You know
And
what I'm
and
saying? That take courage.
how a
I'm
lot of
telling you, bro.
times that's a lot of times how I do too. And like I said, it's not always the most healthy, but I'll I'm very rational because if I get started with what I want to say, I'm gonna hurt a lot of people. And it's gonna be brutal, and I'm not gonna even have to touch you, and it's gonna be brutal. So I'm very
Hmm.
cognizant of what I say and how I respond because at the end of the day, dealing with the woman in 2024, 2004, 2094. I mean, I'm sorry, 1994. All we want to do is the guys who are in it for the real deal. We just want to meet, get to know each other, have a great time, and fall in love and live life happily. That is the most. And then whatever we do in that journey, if from A to Z, is if whether it's children, whether it's not children, whether it's trips, whether it's whatever. That's all we want, man. We just want to meet, fall in love, live happily ever after. The old happily ever after story. That's the bottom
And
line.
that's so simple but so true, bro. It's so simple but so
Yeah.
true.
But
I
everybody
definitely.
has their ways of how they want to do it. Like I want this and that and I'm not compromising and he can come in. I want this and that. And I'm not compromised. So you both battling, but you're trying to get here in the middle, but you're both battling out here, and neither one of you guys want to come off of whatever you want to come off of,
Hmm.
and that's the sad part.
Oh man, it's crazy because at the end of the day, we all got an end game, right? So if you don't know what your end game
Right.
is, you already losing. That's one thing. You already losing.
Hmm.
So that's the end game. As simple as you put it, that is the
Right.
end game. I want to have somebody I can fall in love with, be with, and cherish those later years with. Because, like I told you when we
Yep.
first started talking, I want to have a friend. I don't want to be 70 years old with somebody that's not sexually appealing to me no more. But if it's my friend, you don't have to be sexually appealing to me because I'm in love with you from a deeper root. The root of why I love you isn't because of your beauty or because of your sexuality when you was 40. It's
Exactly.
because I loved you as a person, as a friend when we was 40. Now we 70, and neither one of us are attractive because I know for a fact I'm gonna be run down. I still hoop at 40. So I know my legs and everything gonna be toe up when I'm 70. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? So I need you to love me for sale when we 70. Ain't gonna have this
Right.
tall 6'2" frame and be attractive then. So if you don't love me for the right reasons now, ain't nowhere in hell you gonna love me later. I know that. I'm not
Exactly.
stupid.
Exactly. And
So
and
my
and
mate,
and that's the thing about it is, man. It's like you're my friend. We're both friends. We both have, we have that bond. So that friendship, or when you do stuff, or maybe when you are as attractive as you think you are, or vice versa, that's what becomes cute about you. Like that's what becomes sexy about you. Is my wife has hung with me for all these years. I've had ups, I've had downs, I've been all the way around. I've been to the point where I would have wanted her to leave me alone, but she didn't.
Hmm.
That's what's sexy. That's what draws me in.
100%, bro. For us men, it's always the small things that keep us, bro. It ain't nothing. You ain't got to do a whole lot of extraneous stuff to keep our attention, to keep us. It's the little things. You wake up, my lunch
Right.
fixed. You know what I'm saying? Bath ran. You ain't had to run my bath in 6 months, but if you show me and you do that periodically, you know how much that work for us? That that
Right.
that changes life for us, man. We men, we simple.
Exactly.
I like Corona. I like Modelo. You know what I'm saying? I come home and there's a 6 pack of Modelo in there. To me, that's the biggest thing ever. Like, oh wow, you got me some beers. You trying to
Yep.
get? What you trying to do later?
Yeah.
but us
See.
men,
Yep.
it's small.
10,
It's small.
$15.
Yeah, you got
Yep.
me some Modelo. You got a little hamburger, a little steak for the grill. I don't need mine cooking on the grill. What you trying to do? You trying to set
Exactly.
the mood, ain't you? Simple, simple stuff, man.
Yeah,
And
man.
we don't like arguing. Like I don't want if I don't I know you can't go through life without having disagreements, but I don't like that energy of arguing. Now you it's necessary to
Right.
have disagreements and go through things so nobody's perfect. But if you want to argue with me
You have
every
to.
day and we not getting nothing resolved and I'm fussing and you fussing and my head hurt, your head hurt, who winning? You
Right.
not winning
And
because
that's
you stressing it
dog,
and you and, and,
another that's another
and you
thing
on edge. I'm
where
stressing, I'm on edge. What the hell are we
dog, it's
doing?
it's it's females that I've encountered have literally, this is true story, told me it seems like I don't care because I don't get all rah rah and I don't get all, I'm not going to be the type of person that get all hyped and stuff for whatever reason, or argue. That's not my style. Some people that's their thing. They like chaos. They like a chaotic, toxic relationship, like Jody and the daggone baby boy or whatever. That's not me. You'll never get that out of me. You're gonna get calm, peace, serenity out of me. That's all you're gonna get. I'm not gonna be going back and forth arguing with you because
Yo,
you're
yo,
not
you
gonna
know,
age me
it's
more
so
than I
crazy
already
you
am.
say that.
I already got a face full
The,
of gray hair.
the average woman don't know how to handle a man like that because her whole life has been chaos. You got to understand where a lot of these women
All
come
right.
from, especially our age. Most women that's single been divorced. It ain't too many people I know that's 43 that's not married, or if they aren't married, very rare that they wasn't married. Most of them got kids at
Right.
43,
Right.
45 years old and already been through a divorce. So they've been through a lot of things.
Hmm.
Now you got the select few that may never been married and may never had kids at 43, 43, 44. But the probability of that, the
Right.
percentage of that is so small, bro. Just like us men. Most men in my age been married. Either is married or was married. It ain't too many guys that's been single the whole
Right.
time and never had a divorce and never had, or don't have 4 or 5 kids. And that's just the way life is right now.
Right.
It
Right.
ain't even a bad thing or a good thing. It's just is what it is. So when you meet a woman in her later years at 40, 45, I meant to say midlife ages, they've been through a lot of bullshit. So they expect it to come from us because that's what they used to. So when they
Hmm.
see somebody like
They
you
they are
that's
on
calm
edge.
demeanor, they already at 35. We going to 50. They at 35 when they walk in the door. By the time they see you, they at 45. You at 10. You like, baby, pipe down. First of
Hmm.
all, you mad about something that
Right.
happened yesterday. We could have resolved that yesterday, but you still mad about it, and you never let me talk. How can I help you when you're not
And
even
and
letting
a
me
lot of
help you?
times, and a lot of times, what they were mad about yesterday or a couple of days ago, and I know speaking for me and I can speak for other guys, in our mind, it's already done. So then
Yeah,
we hear it again,
100%.
like we still on that, like.
hundred
Oh, wow.
percent. She couldn't
And
wait
then
to get home to get.
that
She couldn't wait to
starts
get
with
home to
stuff
get to
that's
you.
crazy.
Now we fussing. Now I'm on edge. Not because of last night, but because of
Right.
today. Because today was a day we could have made it better. But now you're bringing up old stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like it's so many different levels to this, bro. But
Absolutely.
you can't
And
live
like
with
you
them. You
said,
can't
but
live without them.
the right. One good thing you said though, if is therapy. You went to therapy
Oh yeah,
and you
hundred
to
percent.
know yourself. And I think they
Yeah,
should go. I think everybody therapy is good for everybody. Even for me,
yeah.
I've been, and everybody, you want to go. Oh well, I'm gonna just talk to the pastor. No, okay, all right. You can just think that's all you can do,
Go
all you
get
want
some.
to,
Go get
but they
some.
need
Go
help
get some
too.
professional help. Go seek some professional help,
Exactly.
bro. Ain't nothing wrong talking to the
Yeah.
pastor or
Like I said,
to whoever you want to talk to in the
I'm gonna
church,
talk to the
but go get
Lord.
some professional help.
And I always say, man, you say you want to talk, I'm gonna leave it to the Lord. Yeah, leave it to the Lord, but the Lord put therapists in place to help you.
Yeah, for sure.
So
It's funny because I was one of those people like, man, I don't know. You can't tell me nothing about me. You can't tell myself. Like, can't nobody sit here and tell me anything about Sil that Sil don't know.
right,
By the third
exactly.
session, I had a notepad and a tablet out, and I was taking notes and asking questions. I'm gonna tell you one thing, boy.
I
Ain't
was,
nothing like finding yourself and realizing that you was the problem. When I realized that I was one of my own
hmm
problems, I was a problem to myself, and once I learned to admit that I was a problem to me, that's when I started to change.
hmm
Nobody wants to admit they
yeah.
got
And when I
problems or
when
they
I had,
or they're problematic, bro. One, it's bad things I
or
was
they are
doing
the
when I was
problem.
younger. Yeah, I realized that was me 100%. Wow, Sil, talking to
Yeah,
yourself in the
because
car.
when,
Boy, you was wilding. Damn, you could have handled that so much better.
uh-huh. Because when I realized I would like talk to him, and I'm explaining to him how I view things and how I saw things, and my response. And you can, once you start realizing more about yourself, you can already know halfway through what you're saying, this sounds crazy. What I'm saying is crazy. So yeah, I understand now the problem. So
Yeah.
I think that's very very key, man. Like because I've been in sessions where like I'm listening and hearing about yourself in the not so nice fashion is very humbling, bro. It is very humbling. It's hurtful, but it's humbling because that's you. You're hearing about you.
Hmm. And it's necessary. It's
Very
very
necessary.
necessary.
Very necessary.
Very,
Absolutely.
very necessary. I mean, and like I'm gonna use me and you as an example. What me and you doing right now? A lot of black, I ain't gonna say a lot of black males, but a lot of males in general. I don't want to make it about race. A lot of males don't
Right.
have nobody to talk to. So with
Right.
that
Yep.
being said, we suppress so much stuff.
hmm
We go through so much day-to-day things that we suppress the hell out of it. And if we don't have a woman that we can communicate with to help take some of that suppressing off of us, we're going to explode at some point in time. It may not be
Right.
24, it might not be 25, but in 26, motherfucker, I'm tired. Excuse my language, I'm tired and I'm
Yeah.
here now, and I'm tired of
Uh-huh.
you too. And
Uh-huh.
sometimes we just want our woman to learn how to take some of that off of us, man.
Right.
And vice
And I
versa. We needed to do the same thing for her.
absolutely. And a lot of these guys who I see, I see on the web, World Wide Web, whatever. They do the little podcasts or discussions, and they spend for an hour blaming women for their issues. Like, and
Yeah.
you have to realize. I mean, you it's hard. Like I was just saying, but you have to realize sometimes what you did or the situation that happened wasn't all her fault. You have some
No,
blame.
100%. 100%. Like I just said, I was the problem. I was a
Uh-huh.
problem to myself. So I knew
Absolutely.
some of my relationships, I was a problem to her too.
For
But
sure.
nobody wants to take the blame for that, man. I
That,
promise you, when I started learning my blame and my fault, a lot of burden on me just lifted off.
hmm And then when you don't realize the blame a lot of times, or you don't realize the fault, or you always projecting it on somebody else, that's when
Yeah.
you start coming into that narcissistic behavior. When people say, "Oh, he's a
Yeah.
narcissist," he's a narcissist. That's what they
Yeah.
mean. I think narcissists are
Yeah.
thrown around too loosely. That because a guy don't want you no more, because a guy don't agree with you no more, he's a narcissist. That is a lie, ladies. That is a lie. Okay,
Hmm.
narcissists. There are meanings for narcissists, but just because he don't agree with you doesn't mean he's a narcissist. It's just that's too loose of a word, in my opinion.
Oh, I'm glad you said that. Let me talk to the women for a minute. For the women that's watching right now, and for the women that's gonna watch this when it come out later, listen to us. You know us. You know your man. If your man's doing something different, if he's acting a certain way, he might not be cheating at all. He may be looking for attention. Sometimes we don't know how to ask for attention. Sometimes we don't know how to ask for affection. So if you claim you know us as much as you say you know us, and when we
Right.
off, don't automatically assume I'm effing somebody else, or I'm doing somebody else, I'm spending time with somebody else. Maybe I'm going through something internally, and only you as my woman that can help me with. Y'all always want to run around and think we doing X, Y, and Z when sometimes we don't know how to cry out. So we cry out in different ways. We just need y'all to understand us and be there for us. That's it.
Exactly.
Simple.
Just like we're needed when they have their issues. You know, sometimes and sometimes we don't know how to be there for them. So it's like oh, go
Facts.
talk to your girl or go talk to your mom or something. But too much of that is that's where you have this connection, in my opinion. So I
100%.
want to know my partner like the back of my hand. I want her to know me like the back of her hand. I want to like when we the unwritten or the the when I'm looking at something funny and I see something funny and I peek over her, I want her to be like laugh because she knows exactly what I'm laughing at and vice versa. That's when you have that communication that okay, I know him, he knows me, I know what he's laughing at, I know what she's laughing at.
Uh-huh.
So
100%. Man, this was so much needed tonight, bro. I appreciate your time, man. And
for sure,
hopefully we could
man.
touch somebody else when they watch this. To the people that's watching right now, we appreciate y'all. It's gonna be more to come.
For
Different
sure, man.
episodes,
We
different
definitely gonna do
series.
it again. Definitely gotta
I
do it
appreciate you
again.
having me on, bro. We had some technical
Yeah,
difficulties earlier. We got through it.
yeah,
I'm sure the
for
next
sure,
couple times it'll be a little bit smoother. But I appreciate
for
your
sure.
time, bro. It's 8:52 now, and much
All
love and
right,
respect to you, bro.
all right, for sure, man. Back at you, man. I appreciate you.
All right, absolutely. Okay.